A very good morning once again from the sports desk. The first ever FIH World Cup on African soil began in Potchefstroom on Friday, and that's when host South Africa took on England at Northwest University. After months of planning, uncertainty and frustration, there was clear joy when the sides sprinted out in front of a vociferous crowd. Joining us now is South Africa's under-20 coach, Lenise Marais, to just chat about what's been happening in Potch. A very good morning to you, Lenise, and thank you so much for your time. So, obviously, we're going to start off with Friday's game. Unfortunate that it was not the best start for South Africa as the host, 3-0 to England. But are there any positives South Africans can take from that game?
Good morning, and thank you for having me on your show today. I think a disappointing start to the tournament. But like you said, lots of key learnings from that, and we're trying to implement a couple changes and hoping for a better performance tomorrow.
We're taking on Ireland. I suppose South Africans, especially the hockey followers, would not know too much about Ireland. What can be expected from this team? I mean, do we stand a chance against them, or is this probably going to be another one of those difficult matches?
I think any game at this level is a difficult match. For us, we know they're going to be a physically strong team to play against, so we're going to have to be very smart in what we try to do on the field tomorrow. But we have to go out there, we have to give our full effort and try to make a better performance than Friday.
Lenise, there was a chance that this World Cup was not going to happen, given COVID-19 and everything we've been through with this pandemic, the different variants that we've had, but it is finally happening, thankfully. How important is this tournament for South African hockey in general, considering that this is the first time we're even hosting an FIH showpiece? How important is this tournament for not only the junior teams, but also just hockey in South Africa in general at all levels?
I think, like you've highlighted, it's important not just for this team, but for the entire hockey community. It's to showcase not only our country, but the African continent, and that we can host events of this magnitude. I think the Northwest University has done an outstanding job in putting up facilities and personnel that are really making this a standard competition. And for us, it's about showcasing the talent that we have at our disposal and doing the best that we can.
Does our talent match up? Are we good enough to be competing with the best in the world? Are we at that level, or is there still much to be done to ensure that we get to that level?
I think at this age group level, we definitely can compete. It's about being much more clinical. So for us, it's about making sure those fine margins we're better at. But in terms of physicality, in terms of technical ability, I think it's just about 100% all the time. We can compete, we will compete tomorrow, and we're hoping for a better outcome.
Hockey is an incredibly popular sport in schools. It's you know, a lot of boys and girls get involved in hockey, but professionally, it's one of those forgotten sports in South Africa. It plays not even second fiddle to football, rugby and cricket, and even athletics. You know, there's still the other sports that are also not getting the kind of love that they should, even though they're popular at school level. Netball coming to mind. What are you hoping that this tournament does for the sport in the country? Are you hoping that South African government, for example, the necessary, the Federation of Hockey itself can probably start investing a bit more? Are you hoping that corporate with this tournament can see that this is a huge sport at all levels and that they join the party, join the bandwagon, and ensure that hockey does get the love that it has not been getting?
I think you've hit the nail on the head again. You know, this sport is played at a school level, again, you know, boys, girls, men, women. The target market is so vast. And for the corporates to come in, there are so many people to market their products to and to become a part of this family of hockey. I think it's a very loyal community in the sense that when people come and support and show true investment in us, we are so much and so willing to repay that investment. So for the corporates, I hope they take notice. I hope they take notice of the event, of the level of professionalism that the players, that the organizers, that it showcases us all. It's not about that we are the sport that doesn't have the ability. We have the ability, we have the personnel, and it's for the government, it's for corporates, it's for them to come in, to invest, and to be a part of this process.
Lenise, thank you so much for joining us here on eNCA this morning. All the best going forward. Of course, the Junior World Cup is happening until the 12th of April here in South Africa. It's happening in Potchefstroom. Of course, unfortunately, South Africa losing the first match on Friday to England, 3-0. We are taking on Ireland tomorrow, so we're hoping that our superstars, soon-to-be superstars, we'll make sure that we hit the ground running and get those positive results going forward in this World Cup. That is where we leave it from the sports desk for now. Rofua?